Okay, hello. Today what I'm going to show you how to do is how to put together a Nintendo DSi. So here we have a DSi in pieces, as you can see. Just everything is kind of scattered around everywhere, and I'm going to show you how to put it together. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with the top screen. Here's the top screen part, and I'll just put everything else to the side right now. And this is the bottom screen. Put that off to the side. And here's the top screen. Now, what I'm going to do is you actually want to put this ribbon cable in first. And you need to put it in through this little hole. In order to do that, you have to wrap this ribbon cable up pretty tightly. Okay. So now also to make it, there's also another thing that needs to wrap into there. It's the where is it? It's the camera part. Here it is. So this camera needs to go through there as well. And here's the camera part. This usually has some sticky spots, so it sticks onto the back of the top screen here, and then this black ribbon cable wraps around along with the other ribbon cable, and you just wrap them up together. And so the black ribbon cable is on the outside. And then this is probably the trickiest part, is to get this into the hole. And you want to try to do it as tightly as you can. Yeah, come on. And hopefully we'll get it in there, just like that. Now, before we push it all the way through, there's this metal tube here. You actually want to, since it's already still wound up, you just want to put that in there, because it has to go through there as well, and it can be tricky if it's in there to begin with. So once it's in there, just kind of pull it through. You have to do a combination of pushing and pulling. Try to be careful not to be too rough, because you could rip the ribbon cable. And then as it comes through, just unwind it like that. Okay? So now that's done. So next, let's put the screen up like this. It makes the next part easier. This is the antenna here. We want to put it through just like this. And the antenna goes over here. There's a couple holes here that fit into these little notches there. And then what we want to do is secure this the cable in place. It doesn't really matter too much how it goes. I usually forget. I think this notch is over here. No. So it goes in like that. Yep. It's kind of annoying to put these in little notches. Come on, I'm not too worried about. Just cut this part. So you put the wire in, and they just fit them down like that. Over here as well, just put them down, fit in there, just like that. Now you have the microphone, which is here. It's the pink wire. You feed it through as well. The microphone will go right here. And you also put them like that. Just put it in like that. So that's that. And now we could flip the top screen over. Just like this. Snap it in. And oops. Now the camera fits in, put this on the side, to this little hole right here. And it can be tricky sometimes to get it in there. You got it. Yep. Just like that. And then you put those in over there. And there's a couple sticky points on the back of this ribbon cable, but I think they've kind of lost their stickiness. I've taken this DS apart a couple times. It's it doesn't work. The DS itself is broken. I think the motherboard is bad, or I think and so I just use it as a practice DS. I suggest you buy, if you want to know how to do this, you buy a broken DS on eBay or something. You could usually get them for really cheap, probably like $10. And the speakers have these little black pads here. I mean, it's not essential, I guess, but I guess they're used for vibration dampening. And the speakers just fit into this little spot. And then if you want, you could just secure the wires down with these little notches. And another one. And there's also this, I mean, you put it, this is also for, I think, for the vibration dampening. I don't have the other one, but there usually it goes on the other side too. And then the wire, you could just secure. And I think it goes around that. Not too worried about getting that wire in. There we go. Okay, so that's pretty much top screen. Now, that's everything in there. And now you want to put on here, we're going to put that in there like that. Now before we put this on, we actually want to put this guy on first. Now to do that, it has to sit like this. So the ribbon cables, they'll need to go through here, this little compartment. To do that, we first feed in the two wires in here first to make things easier. Okay, so let's put this in here. Oops. Okay, just pull those through. There's that one. Okay. Now to put you don't have to wind it up again. There's this little slit right here that you just hook in the ribbon cable into that little slit. Do them both at the same time. Just like that. And you close it, kind of hold on to it because it could, then you want to, so I'm doing that in here, so I'm pulling both of the ribbon cables as I'm trying to feed this part into the compartment. And again, be careful because you don't want to damage the ribbon cables, just like that. Okay, so now on here there's this piece here that we pushed in before we put this pink part on, and now that's in, we could push it back, just like that. And that will secure it to the bottom part. Oops, this came off. And this too. Yeah. Put those back on. Okay, now we can actually put this top screen, not top screen, but the top cover on, and you just do that as you would think. You put it on, you kind of want to slightly up jog it so you have a gap up here, and then you push, then you make sure it's on, and you push down, so it helps to do that. And there we go. So gap's not there, and then these holes align down here, the 4 holes. And now we put in those screws to secure the cover. And these screws, they're kind of scattered around. They're these small silver ones. There's several different types of screws here, so there's one, I think I only had 3 of them. And it helps to have a screwdriver that's slightly magnetic. 2. Doesn't really matter if we get them all in. There's the 3rd one. I mean, you get the gist of it. 3. And then you would place the pads. And here I have the pads here on top of the screws to hide the screws. 1. 2. 3 and 4. Even though there's no screw there, it doesn't matter. Like I said, this is just a practice DS, it doesn't work. And so, see, there we go. It opens and closes just fine. Now you want to put in the buttons. This is the easy part. This directional pad goes over here. You have 4 of the other buttons here, A, B, X, and Y. And if you don't know where to go, they all have these little notches, so you guarantee that if you try to put them into another spot, they won't go in. So X goes on top. You can look at another DSi if you really don't know, but X is the only one that can go on top because of the notches. B, you could look at the notches and see, okay, looks like B can only, no, does it go on the side? Does it? Because of the, not just B goes on the bottom here, you can turn it around. There we go. Sometimes I forget, even though I've done this a lot. A goes on this side. Y goes over here. There we go. and then the start and select button, go over here, like that. Then the power button is this gray one, and it goes over here, and there's a notch, so it tell you which way to put it in. Then you put in the button pads. So this one with the circles, that's for the directional pad. What you want to do is you want there's a side that has indentation. You want that to be facing out so that the middle of the directional pad sticks out. Otherwise, if you put it another way around, it doesn't, and it won't work properly. So it's good to have it like that. Then these buttons, this pad goes over the buttons, and there's a raised square in the middle. You want to put that face down into the square like that. I mean, shouldn't have to really explain that, and this is pretty self-explanatory here. Like that, and then this one. Okay. Also, there's this plastic piece that goes over here into this is for the lights, so the different lights. Put in like that. Okay. So now with the wires, we want to feed the wires down here so they end up over here before we do anything else. And does it really matter? I mean, there's these two notches here for the wire to be secured, but I won't worry about too much about that right now. I'm just showing you how to, just like that, and feeds like that. Alright, next one. It's in there, like that. Okay. Okay, now with that, we are going to deal with that's the bottom part. These are all bottom pieces. Okay, bottom screen is what we're going to do next. We want to, so we could do the bottom screen, you could just place it on here. This is where the bottom screen goes. You want the ribbon cables, you want the fat one pointing towards the directional pad when you put it on. So it's not up, this would be upside down. And this is the way you want it, like this. Okay, so you just put it on like that. And the motherboard here comes in two different pieces. This is the main portion, and this is, usually this isn't disconnected. I just disconnected it so you can see how to connect it. Because this is where the battery connects into. You have a ribbon cable here that fits into this guy here. So you do that by putting on, kind of just folds over like that. It's kind of hard doing it like this, trying to show you, but I'm going to put it in here. Come on. Try to find a way to just do it just like that, and then you want to use the tabs on the side to kind of make sure it's butted up against. Then you flip down the black plastic tab. Then for this one, you just want to push it in, just like that. And that's connected. Now, bring this back. Now you want to do is connect it. So it goes like this. You want to connect it. You have two ribbon cables to connect. You got the camera, which is the black, and you got the top screen. So you want to connect the top. You want to hold. This is another tricky part. You want to hold back the black ribbon cable like this, and then hold on to the top screen and push it in. This could be tricky. Make sure it's butted up all the way, and flip down the black tab to secure it. Oop, come on. It's like that. Okay, now we could flip over the motherboard. There we go. And make sure so the motherboard fits in. Make sure all these ribbon cables are out like that. Okay. And so this black part fits into here. That's what gives it the light. There we go. And now let's we got four more ribbon cables to connect. We got this one, which is the bottom screen ribbon cable. And use the tabs to butt it up against and flip it down. Then this one, hold that up. Kind of hard to show you. There we go. Flip it down. Then this one over here. This is for the touch screen, I believe. Better to use. Like this. This one can be tricky too. You want to come on. Have it bent down, maybe be easier. There it goes. Yeah, so it's easier if you bend the ribbon cable down a bit. And then you want to connect the camera. This is another one that's kind of tricky to put in because you don't really have much room. Just get like one, force that down. There it goes. Side. Make sure it's butted up against the plastic and then flip the tab down. Alright, we're good with that. I'm going to take these wires and there's this little notch. We can put them through like that. The pink wire connects here. And you just push them down. Okay, so the pink wire goes down. It's like that. And the white wire connects to this piece. You need this piece here. It connects over up here. Okay. And then this white tape here, usually secures the white wire in place, but once you take it off, it's not very sticky anymore. Then you just connect it to the motherboard. Okay, now let's put all the screws in. So over on this side, we have a lot of these little black screws to put in. First off, there's one up here to connect to secure the main motherboard. And then you have like 5 over here to put in. There's one right there. Another one. Got this. It's 3. It's 4. Where's the other one? Here it is. Okay, then you have, there's 3 over here. They're slightly bigger black screws. Right there. There's one up here. And there's a 3rd one right here, but I don't know where that screw went to, so we'll just leave it for now. So we'll put this off to the side, because that's done. Now we want to deal with the bottom part. Here's the bottom portion. Before we can connect this up top, we gotta connect a few other pieces here. First off is the SD card slot. You want to put this in, just like that. Then this goes oh wait, maybe it goes in first. I always forget. No, it doesn't. It goes in like this. Yeah, it's like that. Okay. Now you have this piece. Now you want to put this piece on. This is the actual SD card compartment. And this is where the battery goes. Well, on this side. Before I put this on, there are only 2 square, I don't know what you call them, but there's 2 spots we want to put them in. Otherwise you won't be able to screw in the battery cover. One right there, one on the bottom. Just like that. So now we can put this on. This one also contains the shoulder pad buttons. And it just goes on like that, and like that. Okay. Now we put on the shoulder buttons. So right goes over here, that's the right hand side. Left goes over here. Okay, so you have these little tiny bars here. You want to put them in. Yep. That'd be easier if you had like needle nose pliers. I don't right now. So that's how to do it. Well, let's do the this side first. Okay, so there's also a spring. You're going to put the spring on to this part of the inside of the button. That's what gives it springiness. And then you put it, slide it on, just like that. Now to secure it, there's, which one's which? There's this black portion here. I think this is the right side. Yep. Put it onto there, and we. Which one do we use? These are kind of a copper, or not really copper, but gold look. There. Another one over here. Okay. Now I also want to put this on. This is where the stylus fits in. Oop. Actually wanted to not put that screw in yet. So I'll put this on first. Or maybe we put this on and then put the, as soon as I forget. Then put that on. Then put the screw in. Then put on the rest of the screws. Okay, once that side is done, oops, and don't tip it, these things will fall out, both fell out. Now it's got to put it back in. There. There. Like that. Okay. Let's screw this in place. So there's one. Come on. See right there. Yeah, I'll secure it. Okay, now we want the put this guy in. And then it's like on the other side, put the spring on. Slide this on first. And then just like on the other side, put this guy, decide to go like this to secure it. And it goes here, and one on the other side. Okay, so that's done. Now we just connect this bottom portion to the top portion. You first got to connect the ribbon cable to the motherboard, which is this part here. Just need to get a good feel. Take some practice. That's connected. Now we just put this on top. Put the screws in. These are the silver screws. These are the ones that go on the outside. And then there are two of these gold color screws that go here, and there's another one right here. Then there's another black screw that goes right there, but don't know where they are. Then the battery goes in there. I don't have one. Then you just put that on. And you're done. That's how we put together a DSi. We started out with a big old mess, and we have a DSi. Although it doesn't work. But it looks pretty cool. Alright, thank you.